Today, I am asking our chairman to proceed with articles of impeachment. I commend our committee chairs and our members for their somber approach to actions which I wish the president had not made necessary.
Speaker Nancy Pelosi announced today that she has decided that Congress will draft articles of impeachment. She gives a little more detail in the next video. Take a look.
Sadly, but with confidence and humility, with allegiance to our founders and a heart full of love for America, today I am asking our chairman to proceed with articles of impeachment. I commend our committee chairs and our members for their somber approach to actions which I wish the president had not made necessary. In signing the Declaration of Independence, our founders invoked a firm reliance on divine providence. Democrats, too, are prayerful, and we will proceed in a manner worthy of our oath of office to support and defend the Constitution of the United States from all enemies, foreign and domestic. So help us God.
Okay, I don't want to overfocus on style because it's a good day in America. She's announcing impeachment, credit where credit is due. But politicians are funny folks. So with allegiance to our founders and our hearts full of love for America, today I'm asking our chairman to proceed with the articles of impeachment. Okay, a little flowery.
But you forgot the part. You forgot the part where she stares and just gulps like.
Yeah, see, but that's the thing. Like, that's hard. Like, to be fair to them, they got to read from a prompter. They don't normally read from a prompter, and it's a super awkward situation. And she's got to go out there and tell us how full her heart is with love. As she,
Obama read from a prompter all the time and was very good at it.
I know, but he was president. He does it way more often.
Okay, so
look at me defending Nancy Pelosi.
So let's talk about a very clear strategy that Democrats have chosen to proceed forward with the impeachment investigation and now in drafting the articles of impeachment. They have gone to great lengths to at least give the appearance that they are saddened by this process. That this is a disastrous thing that's happening.
They're not sad.
They're saddened by, and so you're gonna see that over and over again. Look, I gotta be honest. I don't even care whether they're saddened or not, right? I don't. Why is that relevant at all? And so the reason why they're using that strategy is because they want to make it appear, and it is. I think that this has been a fair process. I think that they've done everything that they could to get Trump's defenders to actually participate in this and comply with subpoenas to give their perspective, their side of the story. But they have obstructed this in every way that they can. And so look, I think that as long as they have a fair process and as long as the facts are out there and they speak for themselves, that's all that matters. And they think, well, if we just seem like we're saddened by this whole process, well then maybe conservatives in the country won't see this as like a political move just to oust Trump, but they're gonna see it that way anyway. So like, let's just move on, let's get past it.
They're trying to appear like patriots, right? But you know who doesn't care about like dunking on his political opponents and still gets the political credit of patriotism is someone like Trump. Like it's this kind of Washington fiction where everyone, wants to talk about the founders and the values, where the regular American just thinks it's a food fight between two parties. So just kind of act like it.
Yeah, I mean, look, historically for Democrats, that's been the major problem. They don't fight back. But here again, I want to focus on the substance that they are actually impeaching him, and they will almost certainly win that vote in the House for sure. So, like, let's just soak that in for a second. Donald Trump is going to be impeached. So, I mean, 222, right? Like, I hope that they don't screw it up somehow between now and the vote. So that's a great moment. You guys are absolutely right on the theatrics of the politics of this. Like, oh, we are so sad. You don't have to do any of that. Why don't you just be real for a second?
Yes.
They're so overproduced.
Yeah. And I think what this does, at least for me, is it just confronts me with the fact that Democrats are not good at political theater. Political theater is part of the job, and you do need to be good at it, and they're just not good at it. It's just devastating to see over and over again.
It's all their consultants talking.
Yeah.
Look, if it was me, I'd be like, we are impeaching Donald Trump today. Not at all saddened by it. He's a monster. He's a liar. He's a fool. Should have done this a long time ago.
This is a good day in America. This is how our system of government is supposed to work. It is a system of checks and balances. Donald Trump has abused his power. We have an abundance of evidence to prove it. You don't even need a teleprompter for that. But anyway, I mean, look, it's kind of unfair because I kind of do this show without a teleprompter, so I have a lot of experience. But nonetheless, as a public servant, you should be good at public speaking. You should be out there speaking and having conversations with the people. And that's not something that a lot of Democrats are known for. But anyway, let me give you some more on the details of this. And you're right, Cenk, we should focus on the substance. Now, Donald Trump, of course, has decided that the best route is to whine about it on social media. And he says, if you're going to impeach me, do it now, fast, so we can have a fair trial in the Senate. Okay, pause for a second. So we can have a fair trial in the Senate. Why does he think that it's going to be fair in the Senate as opposed to the process that we just experienced in the House? Because Republicans, of course, control the Senate. And then he continues to say, and so that our country can get back to business. We will have Schiff, the Bidens, Pelosi, and many more testify and will reveal for the first time how corrupt our system really is. I was elected to clean the swamp, and that's what I'm doing.
He can't even get his own tagline right? You drain it. What happened?
Good catch, yeah.
No one talked about cleaning the swamp. That was just you just now. So yeah, that weird change there.
Well, so in terms of the people that are testifying, well, that's trippy. So the Republicans control the Senate. That means they control the committees and can call witnesses in any way that they want. And so will they really call the Speaker of the House to testify about this? And could that backfire? I mean, what are they gonna ask him? Why are you investigating Donald Trump? Because he's a criminal, and my heart is full of love for America. So that's setting up for a bizarre scene in the Senate. But much more importantly, now Andrew Napolitano on Fox News is goading Trump into testifying. He's like, you know what? I think you got this, dog. If you go to the Senate, the Republicans are in charge, right? And you could clear this up because you'd be amazing. 200 million people would watch you. And when he said that, I was like, oh my God, he might do it for the ratings.
It would be the greatest ratings ever.
No, there needs to be a campaign. Like a grassroots campaign to goad Donald Trump
to
into
buy
testifying.
Off Napolitano to keep this up so he can be our Trojan horse.
We don't even need to buy him off.
Fox hosts. I mean, if it's coming from us, he's even smart enough to figure it out. But if we get the Fox hosts to all collude, then we'll have him.
Well, look, all they got to do is tell them the 200 million people will watch, and they will. They will. It'll be the biggest ratings in American history, Donald. Think about it, okay? And who's better at ratings and who's better at speaking to the people than you, Donald? It's gonna be a perfect testimony. But before we move away from Trump's tweets, I actually want to read the first half of the tweets because there was such wonderful projection there. He said, the do-nothing Democrats had a historically bad day yesterday in the House. It's amazing. So all these constitutional law professors went up there and said, oh, he definitely did it. It's definitely a crime and he should definitely be impeached. And the one law professor they had on the Republican side was like, well, I'm not saying he didn't do it. I'm just saying you guys should take a couple of years to decide.
Yeah, Jonathan Turley. Okay. He was the only one who disagreed with the other constitutional experts, but not on the substance of what Trump did, but on the speedy nature of this impeachment inquiry.
Yeah, and so, and a lot of the experts said that Donald Trump had a historically bad day. So what does he do? No, oh yeah, you had a historically bad day. Why?
Because there's because a percentage of the population will just believe it. Like they're gonna believe that the Horowitz report contained so much damning evidence. I'm picking up this voice you do. So much damning evidence about the Democrats that just if he says it, it is gospel, and that's the definition of a cult of personality.
Yeah, and we're gonna get to that report a little bit later. If you want to catch the whole show, tyt.com/join. You can get all of it if you're a member anytime you want. Okay, but to finish it up, he said they have no impeachment case and are demeaning our country. He demeans our country, but nothing matters to them. Trump 101. They have gone crazy. I wonder who's actually gone crazy. So this made me think he had a heart attack. Because remember, after he went to the doctor in an emergency, he said, now remember, it was definitely not a heart attack, not the chest. Oh, okay, so it was the chest and you had a heart attack. So, he's unbelievable with this projection.
Yeah. You know, there was this theory that he went to the doctor unexpectedly in an effort to eventually say that he needs to resign due to health concerns, but not because of this impeachment investigation. I don't know. I mean, look, it's all speculation. Who knows what's really going on? I mean, he doesn't lead a very healthy lifestyle, so he probably does have some health issues. But look, you're right. I think that this is good. I think it's good that they're moving forward. A lot of people are fear mongering about what's likely to happen in the Senate. You know, the idea that Trump is likely to be acquitted because there are more Republicans in the Senate. Look, I know that there could be political ramifications for Democrats if that were to occur. But I still don't care because it's about principle and it's about doing the right thing. And I think it's important to have those Republican senators on the record saying, yes, I enable Donald Trump, I enable the executive branch to engage in criminality.
And impeachment isn't like one size fits all. So everyone is freaked out because there were political ramifications for the Republicans back during the Clinton era. They were going after him for a freaking affair. This is super clear-cut quid pro quo, and I think that there will be political ramifications for the Republicans if they don't side with justice in this case and they just back Trump up. Specifically among the suburban voters that the moderate Democrats are so concerned with. I think that we should be able to turn out the progressive base as well, but there is a coalition of moderate people, centrists in the suburbs who are very concerned with the impeachment proceedings, and they will follow what happens in the Senate.
So last thing on this is that both for policy and politics reasons, I actually don't want them to rush. And of course I don't care what Trump wants them to do. Because for policy, meaning substantive differences in this case, or reasons in this case, is that, well, I want to talk about the obstruction charges that Mueller talked about in his report, 10 different cases of obstruction. And I want to talk about the hush money payments, which was also a clear violation of the law. So I wish they would take their time to introduce those articles of impeachment in the House as well. Now, in terms of politics, you do want it to go into spring. I don't want it to be political in the sense of like, oh, let's drag it out so it affects the presidential election. But if you're taking politics into account, you want it in the spring when the Republicans start to panic about their polling numbers in their own Senate races. And so then this idea that they're definitely going to acquit, I don't think that's true at all. It depends on how well they're polling in their home states as they go up for re-election. Right. So that is probably the single most important issue when it comes to whether Donald Trump will actually be held to account or not. Thanks for watching the Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.